Hello guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to try to upgrade my token deck a little bit because I've gotten some new cards and yeah, which I think are pretty good. But we'll see. Some of the cards don't really have anything to do with tokens, so we'll see if we'll use them or not. It's been a while since I looked at my token deck, so we're gonna have a gander at it. Uh, I'll be drinking Urge for this stream. Yeah, and it fits well with my green deck because it's a green color on the box. Yeah. So, okay. Oh well, let's just get started and see where we go from there. Yeah. Okay, so the cards I'm considering are this one. It's Sandstalker Moloch. It says when Sandstalker Moloch enters the battlefield, if an opponent casts a blue and or black spell this turn, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of the on the bottom of your library in a random order. Yeah. So it's kind of fun. It's got flash, so you can cast it instantly if an opponent casts a black or a blue spell. And yeah, it only costs 3, so it's nice to just have around. And yeah, so it's probably not that powerful, but it makes the deck more fun, and that's good. And then we got this. I think this one is pretty good though. It of the Horrid Swarm, it says. And it's got Emerge, which basically means that you may cast a spell by sacrificing a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by that creature's converted mana cost. Yeah. And when you cast it, of the Horrid Swarm, put 2 1-1 green insect creature tokens into the battlefield. So that happens even though you cast it for its original cost or you paid for the emerge cost. Yeah. And this does create 2 tokens, and that's the point of this deck, to create tokens. So this is pretty good. I can't believe it's just a common card though. This is awesome. Yeah. Oh well. The next card is Vorinclex. And it's a legendary creature, this, and it's a Phyrexian Predator, and it's got Trample and Reach. And Trample basically just means that any damage, if my opponent blocks with a 2/2, that 2/2 of course dies, but the excess damage goes to the player, so that means 4 damage. That's Trample. If this creature wouldn't have Trample, then blocking with a 2/2 would be enough. Yeah. And it's got Reach, so it can block flying. Okay, there's more to this creature, I guess. So yeah. When the Vorinclex enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 forest cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Yeah. But it also says here that you can exile Vorinclex for 8, which is, well, okay, it's expensive, but then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. So then it becomes a saga sort of thing. And a saga is basically just an enchantment, but it goes for 3 steps here. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter. So 1, 2, 3, that's 3 rounds. And when it comes into play. So mill 10 cards, put up to 2 creature cards from among them. And yeah, so I get to put 2 cards into play, basically. Yeah. And 2, distribute 7 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. That's good. And 3, until end of turn, creatures you control gain. This creature fights a target creature you don't control. Yeah. And guess what? When this ends, it doesn't go into my graveyard. It transforms again back into this. So it's an endless sort of loop, if you will. So this is pretty awesome. Yeah. Then we got this. It's a very inexpensive card, but it's got something called backup. Yeah, something I mentioned previously in the series of War of the Machine. When this creature enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn. There should have been a call in here just to make it more efficient, but there we go, or more understandable. This creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than power. So, yeah. And that's good, because I probably got many creatures in there that's got more toughness than power. I don't know. And power is your damage, and toughness is your health on your creatures. Yeah. Like the laws, the rules of engagement always seem to bend in a broker's favor. Yeah. So there we go. And I got this. It's just basically a artifact that gives a creature +1 and flying. So we'll see if I use this. I don't know how many creatures in here are flying, but there we go. So that's my cards I'm considering for this deck. So, as you may or may not know, this is my commander, which is all the rage. The first time you would create one or more tokens during each of your turns, you may instead choose a creature other than Essex Fractal Bloom and create that many tokens that are copies of the creature. So, yeah. But you can only do this once each turn, though. But casting this, that will be enough, because this puts 2 tokens into play. That's a copy of any creature you want on the battlefield. So if your enemy has a very powerful creature, you can, with this and this, create 2 powerful copies of the same creature. Yeah. Okay, we're going to separate this into 2 piles now so it doesn't become too overbearing. Having 100 cards in a hand is, well, it can be a mess, to be honest. So I've learned to do it this way instead. So going top to bottom, we have a land. We have Defender, Wall. When Mnemonic Wall enters the battlefield, you may return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Which in itself is why I have it in here, because there are many sorceries in here that I want to play again, so that's probably good. Forest. Okay. Well, that's probably good. I don't know. Don't I have enough lands in here to warrant this, or to not warrant using this? I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile, and maybe we'll do something about that, I think. I don't remember how many lands I have in here. Hi, George. What's up, man? Eaten by piranhas. It's pretty cool. I like this card a lot. So, enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a black skeleton creature with base power, toughness 1-1. So it doesn't matter. I'm upgrading a deck, man. So this is a token deck, and I bought some new cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some upgrading my deck with these potential cards. Yeah. So I'm going through my deck now and seeing if there's anything I want to be lesser card than these 5. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. But back to the stream. I'm just going to keep this. I like it. It's not probably that powerful, but it's fun to have around. To turn any powerful creature into a skeleton 1/1. I think that's fun. It's fun to me anyway. Yeah. A land. I do believe I have enough lands here in this deck. Exile X target creature. For each creature exiled this way, its control creates a 2/2 green Borg creature token. I guess this is okay as well. Yeah. Need to keep that, I guess. Curse of the Swine. Pretty fun. Insidious Will. Choose one. Target counter target spell. Yeah, it's blue, so I gotta have some counters in there. This is also pretty good. Because I get to return a target permanent to my hand. So then I can return this, of course, and just do the same thing again. So, yeah. So this I need to keep in there. Yeah. Land. This is just the power of green, to be honest. It's a card called Explore. And with this, you may play an additional land this turn. You are only allowed to play 1 land each turn, but with this card, you can play 2 lands. So, and you also get to draw a card. So, that's not too shabby. Avenger of Zendikar. Okay, when Avenger of Zendikar enters battlefield, put a 0-1 green plant creature token into the battlefield for each land you control. Yeah. So yeah. So this basically just creates as many tokens as you have lands. So pretty overpowered and pretty awesome card right there. Yeah, I guess it's okay. This is a pretty good land. Yeah. Draw 3 cards. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into her graveyard. Yeah. I guess I gotta draw some cards as well. I don't think I have many draw card mechanics in this deck. A blue land. Supreme Will. Choose one. Target counter target spell unless it's control base 3. Okay, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put any of them to your hand and the rest of the pile. Well, put one of them. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's okay to have. And this is also quite cool. It's a great way to draw cards. You have to suspend it for 4 rounds, but you don't got an alternative to suspend, which is pretty cool. There's no cost here, so you have to suspend it. You have to pay 1 though. Land. I think I might actually change this out. This has no real value. It's just postponing the inevitable. Yeah, so I think I'll change this one up. I'll put it in my maybe pile and land. Trample. When Silterworm enters the battlefield, scry 3, then reveal the top card of your library. You gain life equal to that. You gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. It's a good card, but I don't think I need it in this deck, to be honest. It's this deck. It's not a life deck. Life is not what this deck is about. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my main belt for now. At least we'll see how it goes. I two, 5 more lands, so that's fair. I should accomplish that. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Why do I have this in here? Let's see what happens if I transform it. Okay. Okay, so I get to copy spells then. Okay, bye-bye, man. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna put it in my bell. I think it's probably not that useful in this deck. I think counter target creature spell. Put up Judah illusion creature token into the battlefield. That's good. I get to counter a spell, and I get to put a counter in play or a token in play, which then does not turn into a 2/2 blue illusion creature, but it turns into what I choose instead. Yeah. This hideaway. When this land enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of the library, exile 1 face down, and put the rest at the bottom at a random order. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. Shark Typhoon. When you cast a non-creature spell, create an X blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I get to draw 4 cards. Okay. Not too bad. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of the permanent. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Land. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. That's also quite cool. Nice to get lands quickly. Soul Ring. Didn't I have another one? I think this one is pretty good. I think this one is rather redundant because, well, I think I have enough lands in here. So, yeah. But the Soul Ring I'll just keep around. It's good to have an early boost if you get it early. Alchemist Refuge. That's the Lead Flash. That's good. I don't know how many sorceries I got in here, but hopefully I got a few. Or is it all instances? I don't remember. Instant sorcery. Okay, so sorcery. I got 1. That's a sorcery. Okay. sorcery. Yeah, I got a few sorceries in there, so then it's good to have that. Swiftfoot boots, hexproof and haste. Always good to have, man. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Okay, counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Okay, put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Yeah, I guess it's good. Another land that lets me return a sorcery or instant card from my graveyard to my hand. Or on the top of my library, it says. Okay. And that's not too shabby. A planeswalker, Nissa, put a 0/1 green plant creature token into play. And that's good. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's also good. And you gain life and draw X cards, where X is the number of your lands you control. So here I get to gain land. Or gain life, sorry. And yeah, so very good planeswalker that. Yeah. Land. For each token you control, put a token into the battlefield that's a copy of that permanent. Very good indeed. Okay, and we got this card then, Doubling Season. I know it's not the original card, so people keep badgering me about that. I didn't know that when I ordered it. It seems so cheap, so what the hell? Oh, 2 girls, okay. So it's a very cool card though, but a sort of an anime kind of thing. Erotic anime, I don't know. But it's if an effect create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. So pretty good. If an effect would put 1 or more counters on the permanent you control, it puts twice that many of those counters on that permanent instead. So yeah. Not so much the second one, but the first one is really, yeah, good for my deck. Simic Growth Chamber enters battlefield tapped. When Simic Growth Chamber enters the battlefield, return a land you control to its owner's hand. But it's pretty good nonetheless. Yeah, because you can get 2 mana for the price of just tapping it. Return all permanents of the color of your choice to its owner's hands. Really, really good. And I've also found out later that lands are also permanents, so they have to return their lands as well. Which is a bummer. Here's another sorcery. That's a sorcery. Each land you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1. Draw 3 cards. Okay. Land. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Jesus. Okay, so I sacrifice a blue creature to put X camera tokens into play, where X is the casting cost of the sacrificed creature. Treat those tokens as a 1/1 blue creatures. So that is awesome. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put 1 into the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand and shuffle. Okay. Yeah, more land acquirement here. I guess that's good. I don't know. Create X 1/1 green forest dryad land creature tokens. Yeah. It's creating tokens, so that's why I'm keeping it. When Muldraft enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. I need to draw cards, so I guess that's good. Land. Okay. That's the first half of this deck done. Let's go to the next one. This is really, really good. and it's a cool card as well. It's when ground seal enters the battlefield, draw a card. Cards in graveyard can't be the targets of spells or abilities. So it just basically means that it stops my opponents from casting from their graveyard. I think it affects me a little bit as well, but not as much as in my other decks. Propaganda, classic card. For each turn, each creature cannot attack you unless its controller pays an additional 2 for that creature. At the beginning of the end step, if you control 4 or more creatures named by a visionary, you win the game. So it's another win con there. Yeah, so I just have to create 4 of these, including this guy, or 3, including this guy, and I win the game. Yeah. Land. This card is interesting. It's at the beginning of your upkeep, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. So I get to. Many of my creatures do something when they come into play, create tokens and such. And this lets me return that creature and do it again. So, really cool. Enchanted creature, you control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has infect. That's also cool. It has nothing to do with my tokens, but it's still pretty cool. Land. I think I'm going to remove this now so it doesn't become a mess as it usually does. You control enchanted creature. One more of these, okay? Do I need one more? Yeah, okay, it's fun, so why not? Devour. As this enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield with twice that many +1/+1 counters on it. Oh yeah, okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 1/1 green Sapperlending creature token for each +1/+1 counter on Mikoloth. Yeah. So that's why I'm keeping that. Land counter, really important. Flash and chant artifact creature or planeswalker. When time use completion enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permit if it's an equipment and attach it. Okay. I already have one of these. I don't think I need two. Uh, it's a defensive measure, I know, but still. Why do I need 2 of them? I'll put it in my maybe pal. It's I got better cards than that one, I think. Interland, just a battlefield tapped on this. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's good. Okay. Another land. When surveillance monitor enters the battlefield, you may collect evidence 4. Exile cards with total mana value 4 or greater from your graveyard. When you collect evidence, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Okay, I guess I'm keeping it because it's creating tokens. Not the best card I've seen, but I will just keep it. Colony Garden enters battlefield tapped. This is pretty good. When Colony Garden enters the battlefield, put a 0/1 green plant creature token into the battlefield. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token in the battlefield. It has sacrificed this creature, add 1 to your mana pool. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be copying this and creating something else. Wow, okay. Another one. It's a good defensive measure against powerful creatures, but what the hell? Do I need 3 of them? Land. When you cast a spell, if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, which I highly doubt, copy the spell twice. Oh yeah, okay. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so this actually targets my graveyard, so yeah. I don't know, it's a good card, but it's a way to return something from my graveyard. It's a permanent. It needs to be a permanent though. But do I really need to have this in here? I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile. Yeah. This is cool. It's a bird. It's a flying. If it does damage to an opponent, I get to draw a card. Easy peasy. Fertile thicket. Thicket. Okay. When fertile thicket, not ticket, enters the battlefield, you may look at the top 5 cards of your library. If you do, reveal up to 1 basic land card from among them. Then put the card on the top of your library and the rest at the bottom of your any order. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments for each permanent destroyed this way. Its control creates 3-3 green centaur creature token. Pretty good. Exile target artifact or creature. Its control creates 1-1 blue bird creature token with flying. Okay, very good. And it's got foretell. Yeah. But it's still a sorcery though, so I need to pay attention to that. Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield, scry 1. So yeah, very good. Return target permanent you control and target permanent you don't control to their owner's hand. Really good. When Archimancer enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Also pretty good. Land. Oh yeah. Ring of 3 wishes enters the battlefield with 3 wish counters on it. Remove a wish counter from Ring of 3 wishes. That costs 5 to do, by the way. Search your library for a card and put a card into your hand. Then shuffle your library. So pretty fun. Yeah. All artifacts in play gained during your upkeep pay an additional 2 or bury this artifact. Awesome. Gotta have that. Land. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from his or her graveyard into his or her library. When God's blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Okay. So, that's good. This is one of the best creatures I have in this deck. It's a showstopper, to say the least. It's a game changer, yeah. Firstly, it's got island walk, so that means this creature is unblockable as long as the defending player controls an island. Okay, so then you say, okay, but that player isn't controlling an island, so what are you going to do then, Joldrath? And then I say, all lands are islands in addition to their other types. And you go, okay. And then I say, creatures without flying or island walk can't attack. And then you say, oh, fuck. So there you go. This is an awesome card. It's uh it's just insane. Yeah. So there you go. And if I make copies of this, it becomes even stronger. Forest. Destroy target permanent. Its control creates a 3-green beast creature token. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have to have some destroy stuff in here as well. Hurl into history. Oh, this is pretty good. The artwork, I mean, yeah. I haven't read the card yet. Counter target artifact or creature spell. Discover X, where X is that spell's mana value. Okay. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with that mana value or less. Cast it without paying its mana cost or put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom in a random order. It's an instant, so yeah. It's pretty fun. And this land makes one of my creatures unblockable if I pay 4. If you draw a card, you may instead choose land or non-land and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay. Pretty basic, but it's pretty good. Choose target opponent. You create X 3-3 green beast creature tokens, where X is the number of artifacts that player controls. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woohoo! Here we go. Time to go bananas. Search your library for up to 3 basic land cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Wow. So there's a lot of land acquirement in this deck. I don't think I need all these mana stones or artifacts to... Wow. I don't need that one. That's for sure. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. Oh, that's good. Not only does my creatures get stronger, but my players, which I play against, are afraid to cast spells. Yeah, that includes me, so. But I'm not afraid to cast spells. Oh no. Linear Reborn enters the battlefield tapped. This land enters the battlefield with a... Okay. This is good. Nice way to just draw a lot of cards if my opponent attacks with multiple creatures. What's this? Put target spell or non-permanent into the owner's library, second from the top. Each player shuffles their hand and graver into the... this is good. Yeah. Basically resets the game. I don't need this. I don't know why I have so many mana stones in here. A land. I gotta count my lands afterwards, but you don't have to see that though. Death Touch flying. When Horned Queen enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying into and Death Touch. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be creating 4 copies of any creatures on the battlefield. Yeah. Etherize or authorize. I don't know. I think it's etherize. Return all attacking creatures to the owner's hand. Small break here, guys, and I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. So that's my token deck as it is now. Why did I put that Latin in there? I don't know. Okay, so now we're gonna just find out which cards we're gonna replace here, and yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, which we are potentially gonna replace, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, which yeah, okay. So we don't got enough cards to replace actually. So now we have to put back 4 cards. Yeah. I got enough mana acquisition as it is, and I don't think it's worth it to keep this, to be honest. So this is going out. This is also going out. It's a land, so it's okay, but it's not okay. I get to return a permanent card from my graveyard to my hand, but even though that's pretty good, I'll just leave it here for now and see what I'll do. Enchant creature. It is a fun effect though. I get to paralyze one of my opponent's creatures, and yeah, can paralyze a commander. Pretty good. Okay, so I guess I'm keeping that then. I can keep this as well. It's good. This is going out. I got a lot of sorceries and stuff in here, so maybe I'll just keep this as well. When this is actually not too bad. Okay, so keeping that, I'm removing this. Okay, so then I'm keeping these cards. This is pretty fun. Now that I read the card, it's more powerful than I thought. So I'll just keep it. Because I scry 3 and you reveal the top card of your library, but I get to scry 3, so I can choose which card I want to reveal. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it. And I get gain life. This one, I got more sorceries and instances in this deck than I thought, so I will be keeping this. This is just a defensive measure. So now I have this, and I have this, which is basically the same thing. And I got the Piranha one, which is also quite fun. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm keeping these. I need to find out. Which one of these? Because this was 5, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 cards. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's good. But I'm considering actually keeping this though. Because if there are 8, if in a rare sense there are 8 cards in my graveyard, I get to choose 2 permanents and put them in my hands. It's not too shabby, I guess. So I should probably choose one of the new cards I found here and not use one of them, and then that will be the answer to that. This is awesome, so this goes in there. I'm gonna do like this, I think, with this one. This card is pretty interesting, so I'm gonna keep that. And I'm of course gonna be keeping this. So many good cards, man. Jesus. This is also quite good. And it would be actually cool to give one of my creatures flying. I don't know if it really needs it, but it would be cool. Yeah. There's another card in here I can remove. Wasn't there a mana stone in here somewhere? X-proof and haste. That's pretty good. Yeah. Soul Ring is pretty good. There we go. There we have it. Temple of the False God. Yeah. But it fits the theme though, so. Yeah, that's pretty good as well. Okay, so this is actually oh well. Okay. Something's gotta give, and I guess I'm not gonna be adding this. Because, well, it gives a creature flying, but what creature would that be? I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's gonna get removed then, and so then these cards are getting removed from my deck and being replaced by these cards. So there we go. Okay, that's my token deck revamped and reworked and upgraded. So thank you very much for watching that video, that stream. If you like what I do here, please consider becoming a member of this channel. You get to hear your name at the end of the video, aka Big Boss, for example. And yeah, other than that, cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.